Brexit, a term that has ignited heated debates, stirred controversies, and commanded worldwide attention. Over recent years, it has been dissected, speculated upon, and left countless individuals grappling with uncertainty. Truly, there is one undeniable truth. Brexit has left a huge mark on the UK economy. However, it's very important to recognize that Brexit isn't the sole influencer of the UK's economic landscape. Changes in British leadership also wield significant impact. So, what exactly is Brexit, and how has it shaped the UK's economic trajectory? Furthermore, what role does politics play in this intricate web of events? Let's find out in today's video. In 2016, the Brexit referendum marked a significant moment for Britain in the 21st century, with the country opting to leave the EU by a narrow 52% margin. This decision has stirred up controversy on both sides, especially as many of the promises made by the Leave campaign have not been fulfilled. While the aftermath of Brexit hasn't been as dire as some feared, several sectors continue to suffer. Industries like car manufacturing have been severely affected, operating at their lowest levels in 66 years, which is less than half of what it was before Brexit. Other sectors such as fishing and manufacturing have also taken a hit, disproportionately impacting lower-income workers and exacerbating existing inequalities. Additionally, the UK has witnessed an unprecedented turnover of 4 prime ministers within 5 years under the Conservative Party, a situation uncommon in modern Western democracies. These frequent changes in leadership have led to some decisions negatively affecting the UK economy. Liz Truss's recent budget featured significant tax cuts and increased borrowing, which immediately stirred economic instability. This led to a sharp drop in the pound against the dollar, hitting a 37-year low, and a surge in government borrowing costs, with 10-year gilt yields rising at their fastest pace since 1998. These actions, along with others taken over the past 13 years, have contributed to making this government the worst in history for real household income growth. These economic challenges have further exacerbated the UK's ongoing decline, highlighting mismanagement that has deepened geographical disparities. For instance, the wealthiest local authority, Kensington and Chelsea, boasts an income per person 4.5 times higher than the poorest, Nottingham. Many Britons often perceive their country to be on par with other European powerhouses like France and Germany, particularly in terms of statistics such as GDP and average income. However, these figures primarily reflect the wealth and income of those in the upper brackets, perhaps echoing a sense of nostalgia for Britain's historical prominence. In reality, for the average UK citizen, the situation is different. They are now approximately 20% poorer than their counterparts in Germany and France. Moreover, lower-income individuals in the UK fare even worse, experiencing a 27% decline in wealth compared to those in similar brackets in Germany and France. A stronger emphasis on a one-nation approach has historically yielded positive results. For instance, consider the significant increases in average wage income per capita and GDP per worker following the reunification of Germany. Similarly, embracing inclusive economic policies can serve as a catalyst for overall prosperity in the UK. Progress in these areas has a ripple effect, positively impacting the economic well-being of a significant portion of the UK population, particularly given the high urban residency. By adopting policies that prioritize inclusivity and unity, the UK can aim to uplift all segments of society, mirroring the success seen in post-reunification Germany. These issues have played a direct role in shaping key political decisions, most notably the Brexit vote in 2016. Brexit was largely driven by a desire to regain control over economic policies and address perceived concerns such as immigration's impact on jobs and wages. Many saw Brexit as a potential solution to revitalizing the UK's economy and tackling productivity challenges. Since the vote, the UK's decision to leave the EU has had significant economic consequences. One major effect has been a notable reduction in the country's trade openness, measured by comparing total trade relative to GDP. Initially, the immediate effects of Brexit were somewhat masked by the global disruptions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. However, as the situation stabilized, data revealed that the UK was the only significant European country still experiencing a decline in trade openness, even after global trade rebounded. Despite the British government touting various deals with non-EU nations like Australia as significant successes, in reality, these deals have had relatively minor impacts. For instance, such deals are projected to increase the UK's GDP by only 0.85% annually by 2035. Brexit has led to significant shifts in the UK's manufacturing sector and productivity. By mid-2023, goods trade had dropped by 10.5% compared to pre-agreement levels with the EU, while services trade remained relatively stable. This change has prompted a restructuring of the manufacturing industry, resulting in a decline in high-productivity sectors such as chemicals and transport manufacturing. These sectors were heavily reliant on integrated European supply chains. Consequently, there's been an increased dependence on lower productivity areas like domestic food manufacturing. This reliance on lower productivity areas slows economic growth, diminishes innovation, and weakens global market positioning, exacerbating existing issues. A common criticism of the UK post-Brexit is its perceived shift towards more inward-looking policies. However, despite this, the country still struggles with a complex economic challenge and an opportunity to reduce carbon emissions and meet its net zero pledge by 2050. This transition goes beyond environmental concerns. It has the potential to foster substantial growth and enhance the job market. Transitioning towards fewer carbon emissions is important for nearly all economies worldwide. Despite this urgency, there has been significant backtracking on commitments in many cases. Despite committing to the net zero pledges, the current UK Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, has faced criticism for implementing policies that directly contradict these goals. Recently, the UK government made the decision to open new North Sea oil fields, including the significant Rosebank project. This move reflects a short-term focus that conflicts with long-term economic and environmental strategies aimed at achieving net zero carbon emissions. These decisions will impose a heavier burden on future generations, reflecting a short-term, election-focused mindset that has increasingly influenced British politics and, consequently, its economy. Proponents of these policies argue that sacrificing competitiveness in the short term to countries like China and India is necessary. However, this overlooks the potential for the UK to become a global leader in sustainable industries, which could significantly boost productivity and growth in the long run. Britain's future hangs in the balance, as its decline is partly attributed to poor governance and underlying structural issues that have begun to surface. Despite being a highly developed nation with several strengths, the current economic situation requires attention not only to improve its international standings, but also to enhance the well-being of its citizens, which has been on a steady decline for over a decade. What are your thoughts about today's intriguing topic? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.